All right. Back to Digital Princess. I would show you her Twitter, but it is full of butts. I could have just stopped at the butt. It's full of butts. A lot of butts in this Twitter, so it's not safe for work or stream, which is my work. Anyway, quick rundown on the Digital Princess situation. So, a while back, Digital Princess got arrested for child neglect. She left her 4-year-old child home alone for over an hour to go out and have fun. I don't know exactly what it was. The police were called because the kid got outside, could have gotten very hurt, sitting on the lawn. Police were called by the neighbors. It's important to note that her mother was like 5 minutes away. She could have dropped the mother off there to get her go to do whatever she was going to do. She came back home, claimed that she went to 7-Eleven so that she could get a some laundry detergent to do laundry in the middle of the night, I guess. Which is obviously so believable. She came back with a laundry detergent size that wasn't available at 7-Eleven, and it was half empty already, which means she probably took it from somebody's house, which kind of, to me, suggests she was on a DA, if you know what I'm saying, a dick appointment. Don't know why I called it a DA if I was just going to tell you. Anyway, and she was like dressed to the tooth. Her first response was this. Well, her first response was telling everybody that it was out of context, even though it was all in the police report, pretty cut and dry. Then the charges were dropped. Look at that. The case was dismissed. Thank you for everybody who dragged my name. Nobody really dragged your name. We just care about children. And then she made this video with the 6ix9ine song, like, "You're mad, I'm back, big man, blah, blah, blah." At a 7-Eleven, in what she was wearing that night with her car, which is basically a slap in the face of people who are like, hey, you shouldn't neglect your 4-year-old child, especially since there are single mothers or single parents in general who, like, I get it. They might have to do something shitty like this to run out to the store for something. And it's terrible because it shouldn't happen, but sometimes it does. And I get it. This isn't that person. This is somebody this is her car. This car is like $500,000. She makes a lot of money. You don't need to do what you did. Quite literally, right? So this was her first response. Then her next response was to put a response behind her OnlyFans paywall, which is pretty fucked up. Now, it never aired, I don't think, and I think the reason that happened is because she got mass reported on OnlyFans and she got pulled down for a day because of it, which I think that she deserved. Not permanently, but maybe a slap in the face, a little bit of a wake-up call. To stop, monetizing this. This is terrible. I mean, like, listen, people are just upset that you neglected your child. This is a problem, is that there's a lot of people, especially other, like, sex workers, who looked up to Pokey or Digital Princess, whatever. She had to change her name. And she slapped them in their face because, unfortunately, a lot of people who do OF tend to be single mothers that are struggling. Unfortunately, this type of work is you're drawn to it based on, like, the financial necessity, which is an issue. In general, this is why I come from the thing. People ask me all the time, do you think we should ban sex work? And I say, no, I don't think so. I think what we should do is give people other avenues to not have to engage in it. Because oftentimes, I'd say like 99% of people who do this type of work aren't doing it because they want to. They're doing it because they feel like they have to, because they don't have any other options. Anyway, I think you understand my point. Now she's finally responded. I guess genuinely. Now, this is about we would consider this like the 4th response here. So she's gotten it wrong like 4 other times, right? She initially responded, then that response, then the OnlyFans response. So this is the 4th time, I suppose. So let's see what we got here. This was the genuine one, though, guys. Even though isn't it crazy, though? She got it wrong so many times, and now she gets to have a genuine apology. Anyway, to my friends, supporters, and people who are interested in my life outside of social media, first and foremost, I want to thank everybody who has been so kind and supporting of me. You and everyone else who follows me online are the reason I can say I have the platform I have today. I can never thank you enough. Now, let's be honest about your support. Your support comes from dirty men who don't really care if you're a good or a bad mother. That's it. That's the reality. Your primary income is OnlyFans. That's fine, but those are the people that support you. It's guys that are just, they don't care. They don't have any moral values when it comes to you. They don't really look at you as a person. Sorry, that's rude. It's kind of the reality. I wanted to answer some questions some people have had for me about my updates in my life. At this point, like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You're just the OF girl. You're not really looked at as somebody, because like a lot of people who did OnlyFans really looked up to her, and that's kind of dead. You kind of screw that over. Ever since my case has been dismissed, I have been in my head about what I can do to ensure I am growing from this experience in the most positive way possible for my family, for my fans that look up to me, and for myself. This is the problem, is that the growth is dead. You mocked everybody. All you had to, like, honestly, what you could have done was be like, hey, I fucked up. Hey, my case was dismissed. I made a big mistake. I'm sorry. You don't have to go into detail. I understand it could be some kind of a legal thing, you know? You know, like then it would be like, okay, at least you know you fucked up. That's the problem. There's no growth anymore. You know, therapy is the best thing. I hate it when people do that. Therapy for what? Therapy is the best thing I can say I've done for myself. It's so easy to fall into the fake reality that is social media and taking a step away and working to create the best foundation possible is an amazing story. I hate it when people talk about therapy. People do this very often. They'll say like, "Oh, I'm getting help," or "I'm getting therapy." For what? What are you getting therapy for? A sex addiction? I'm not being rude, but you left your kid alone. This isn't really one of those things where you get so sucked into the social media universe that you become a shitty person. This is just like a fundamental. You just left your kid at home to get hurt. Like you don't need therapy. This is a very basic lesson. Like that doesn't make any sense. That's like saying that you like I don't know. That's like saying that you want to practice the drums, so you need to get drum lessons to learn how to buy drumsticks. When you can buy the fucking drum, you're just buying the drumsticks. You're not learning how to drum. It's not like you made like a more understandable mistake, like enrolling your kid into the wrong preschool or something. I don't know. You get my point? This is very fundamental. This has nothing to do with social media. You went to get presumably railed. I don't know. And maybe they are getting therapy, but like it's not related to this situation. This was what are you talking about? What? Your mom should have just hit you or yelled at you. My mom would have fucking killed me, dude. Are you kidding me? My mom would have given me a fucking stone cold stunner. If she found that I did this to my kid, she would fucking destroy me. It would be like my childhood again. She'd grab a wooden spoon and beat the fuck out of me. And I would agree with her. That's probably why I would not do this, because I have good parents. Anyway, as a full-time influencer in SW, creating a safe space for my child is a must. Well, you failed. I'm so happy I can provide for my son in a way many young parents can't, and I don't want to come at a cost. Oh, okay, so this kind of reads to me as like she's actually losing money, and that's why she's making this response. Because she wants to talk about how it's like, I'm a big influencer. I know I need to be more responsible. Okay. I have always had a difficult time finding the right nanny for my child, but as a SW and influencer, it's inevitable that I need to have my son in a progressive and safe environment while I am doing events, collabs, and shootings. Okay, so this suggests that she was doing some kind of a collaboration. You know who's a good babysitter, usually? Your mom, who's 5 minutes away, that you helped get down to you after you moved. You had your mom move with you. So I'm assuming you have a good relationship with your mother. She's 5 minutes away. She's like across the street, not even 5 minutes away. What the fuck are you talking about? This isn't like an issue. I need to find the right nanny. Your mommy? Mommy! Let me tell you something. My mom's retired. I'm assuming her mom's retired too. Right? She wasn't, because she, DigitalPrincxss like helped pay to get her down there. Hey mom, here's your kid. I would just give my kid to my mom. I don't know what you want. I feel like this is ridiculous. We're overcomplicating this. I'm so blessed to have an individual that understands our collective and personal needs. I trust them with the most important thing in my life, and they allow me to be able to continue my career and provide for us. Okay. You won't see Onyx in photos at the time. I actually have a picture of Onyx. I did this joke already. People got really upset with me. I don't know why I'm doing it again. I've already ruined the joke when I just did this. That's what I did last time. It's not even loading. I was like, guys, I have a picture of Onyx, and then I showed a Pokemon, and they got really upset because they thought I had the picture, and they were like, don't dox the kid. Although the kid's on her TikTok anyway. Anyway, let's get. That's natural when you know what kind of people you see online, especially in the line of work. We love each other and spend every moment we can together because he is the best part of my life. Okay. Right, and I think that's response to people being like, where's your kid? Because every video now is like, where's your kid? Where's your kid? Where's your kid? Also, although it wasn't mandatory, I decided to enroll in parenting classes with a group that can help me learn to do what's best for my family in such a unique position as an influencer and so forth. You don't need to enroll in parenting, and it's fine if you're going to enroll, but we have to realize that this isn't like a hot take. This is like, don't leave your kid at home alone at night. That's it. It's not that big of a deal. It's like, it is a big deal. It's like not, but it's not a super complicated thing. Like, that's it. You could have just not done that, right? Taking care of your kid might mean like, hey, making sure that they have a healthy outlet for them to express themselves in some capacity and friends. And it's like, okay, maybe if you were messing up on those like other things, I get it. Parenting can be hard. You left your kid home alone at night at like 9 o'clock at night for over an hour when your fucking mom was across the street to watch your kid. This isn't like you don't need classes for that. You might be getting classes outside of that. That's great. But we're fucking, it's like gaslighting. I am hoping to learn so much so I can be the best I can be as a young single parent with such a wonderful son with so much potential in life. I have had custody of Onyx his whole life, including the last few months, and it is important that I am learning and progressing as a single parent. She's really reinforcing the single parent thing to like play up the victim complex here. To not only fill both roles, but to do it my best, most educated way possible. I am taking it day by day, and I'm already so happy with the moves I've made. Thank you so much, guys, for your support. I love you all. Remember, you are not obligated to be the same person you were yesterday. Yeah, this is just dumb. Like, it's just dumb. It's a fucking, like, victim complex, woe is me bullshit, you know? I bet all the people saying shitty things over the past few weeks feel like shit. Good for you being the bigger person. I don't. I think it's funny. This is, oh, I thought that was going to be boobs. Sorry. This is kind of an embarrassing response. If you had said this in the first place, I would have still thought it was like a disingenuous response because, again, you just left your kid home alone at night. You don't need to... You could just be like, oop, fucked up, sorry. That's really it. Everything else just felt like an excuse. But this was after like 2 inappropriate responses. Yeah, it's not apologetic at all. It's just like, guys, I'm the victim. So, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not really apologetic at all.